30 times. Ten times more. Two times more. Letting go and stop.
Sure. I mean, I think evidence really is the loudest voice at this time in history. I mean, we have spent the last 10 years not studying Buddhist monks or nuns with 40 years of devotion or academics or scholars or religious figures. We really study common people. And, we've kind of done our work to demystify a formula to teach people what transformation really is. And I think we already inherently know how to do it. So when we were just studying people like that were people that did 10 years of meditation, come into a laboratory and let's see what you can do in one meditation session or two meditation sessions. We're studying people over a course of an intense 7-day event. And what if they started thinking differently? They started making different choices. They started doing different things. If they start creating new experiences, if they start feeling different emotions, will there be changes in their biology? And without a doubt, we have evidence to show that, wow, you can signal new genes, you can strengthen your immune system, you can make your brain work better, you can make your heart work better, you can lengthen your life. We have all this, you can get happier. We have all this data that shows scientifically that people are really changing on a fundamental level. Yeah. Because it is new information when they have all those new things happen to them. They're not being the same person. And if we study that over the course of a week, some people changed fundamentally to such a degree that the disease or the condition that they showed up with as the old person is completely gone, because they're not the same person any longer, because they are thinking differently, they are acting differently, and they are feeling differently. And how you think and how you act and how you feel is your personality.
Thirty times. Ten times more. Two times more. letting go, and stop.
And your personality is intimately connected to your personal reality. So the disease exists in the old personality. This person is somebody else. And they didn't visualize the leukemia or the stage 4 cancer going away. They just became somebody else. So then that process of teaching people how to do that, and then having someone stand on the stage with stage 4 cancer and say, or a tumor that was there that's now gone, or shows up at the second event and they came a month earlier or 2 months earlier to a different event, and they have their scans in front of them, like, there's the tumor.
That's crazy.
And then there it's not there. So then they're talking and telling that story. It's the 4-minute mile. And the 4-minute mile says, oh my God, somebody just broke through a layer of consciousness, and if they can do it, I can do it. And as soon as that 4-minute mile gets broken, it's in the field, and it's evidence in 3-dimensional reality, and it's a footprint that people can step into.
"30 times. "10 times more. "2 times more. Letting go and stop."
Well, here's the deal with trauma, and it's kind of an interesting thing, because when you're traumatized, some threat or some danger or some condition in your outer world, through your senses, is changing how you feel in your inner world. And the quotient of change between the way you normally feel in some alarm state, when you change your internal state and move into that emergency mode, you narrow your focus on the cause, and the brain freezes an image and takes a snapshot, and that's called the long-term memory. And now that image is branded holographically into the brain. So then we remember experiences better because we can remember how they feel, and that memory then changes the person's biology. So they think neurologically within the circuits of that experience, and they feel chemically within the boundaries of those emotions, and how we think and feel becomes our state of being. Mm-hmm. So now the person biologically is changed, and many times it's the strong emotion that begins to select and instruct the gene that creates disease. Why? Yeah. Because if the environment signals the gene, and that's a truth, that's epigenetics, and the end product of an experience in the environment is an emotion, the emotion that you feel from that event is literally selecting the gene
Gosh, it's
for you
crazy.
to begin to change. And genes make proteins. And so the person, if it's strong enough, begins to wear their trauma, not just in their brain. Now it's in their body, because every time they think about that trauma, every time they review it, every time they keep creating the imagery, they keep firing and wiring the circuits in their brain, and they keep feeling the feeling emotionally in their body. And their body is so objective that it's believing it's living in the same past experience 50 to 100 times a day. And all you need is a stimulus and a response, an image and an emotion, a thought and a feeling, and you're conditioning the body into the past. Well, you're conditioning the brain and body into